these are the stoppers here for the bottles, and then I have this big old bag, and I ordered 50 of them. So I have these here. So they're pretty adorable. I like them. And none of them are cracked, so that's the good thing. So I'm gonna start making diffusers with them. So it is Monday. Hi. It is Monday. My hair is not done, so that's why I'm not on camera right now. But it is Monday, March 10th, and I decided that it is time for me to finally set my goals for my small business this year. I really need to start getting into the swing of things and coming up out of this depression. So today I mailed off my lease renewal for this apartment because I'm staying another year even though I don't want to. I'm staying another year, but I'm still looking for apartments. And if I find something, then I will go ahead and put in and see if I can see the apartment. But I also had to mail off a package to someone that I adore and watch on Twitch, and I told him I was going to send him a housewarming gift. I sent him a couple of my products and things like that for him to enjoy in his home. But today I think I'm going to work a little bit on, I'm not going to do too much today because tomorrow I have to edit this week's video, but today I'm going to work on my Trello board, and basically my Trello board is where I set up all my stuff of what I want to do for the year and keep up with some things. Now I do have one that I created before, and this is my old one, and this is more of what 2023 was, and it was my testing and my product building. So I had everything listed here. And then last year I ended up doing this one here, and I wanted to separate it and put the business stuff over here, like the everyday business stuff, and then put the testing and product development stuff on the other page. And I'm still going to use that page. I just have to clean it up. But this was everything that I put here. And instead of just deleting this stuff here, I'm just going to leave this one. This is for 2024. And I decided to create one for this year. So this is 2025, and I want to keep it very simple and not all over the place like the one you just saw, because I want to put it to where I can change it out every year instead of having to make a new one. So I put a to-do list. I put my goals for the year. I got markets and pop-ups, sign-ups up here. I also have those that I get accepted for. And then I have my quarterly goals mapped out for the year. And I think I was doing this one. Okay. Enter. I was wondering where that one went. So I'm just going to fill in a couple of these because I already know right off the top of my head what I'm going to put where. And then the other ones I'm going to do later. I'm wondering if I need to put something else here. I think as I go, I'll put it there. But for now, I'm just going to fill in these here. All right, so that's just a little bit of what I'm going to do today. I do have to really sit and think about what else I'm going to fill that in, because by the time I'm done with it, it's going to be a lot more than what you saw. But I pretty much use Trello to help me map out my goals, map out. Now I'm going to start adding social media content on there and other content to brainstorm and do things like that. But I've been using it for the past 3 years now, and this is my third year. Yeah, my third year using it. And I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible so it's not as hectic as the first board that I showed you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do as far as this goes. I do have to look at my Word doc and see what I wrote on there, and then I'm just going to transfer that information over to the Trello board and put them on those little cards that you saw. But I like Trello because it's very basic, it's very simple, it's not that hard to learn, and you can fill in as much information as you want to on each of those cards, and you can always check back to them and see what you need to do as far as each task go. I always like to start my Trello boards off with a to-do list, because the to-do list is the first thing I want to see as soon as I come on there, so I know what I need to do as far as my Trello board goes. But that's pretty much it. I am also burning a candle today. I have mahogany nights that I'm burning over there. I'll actually flip the camera so you guys can see. Alright, so that's the candle over there. And the reason why it has Reynolds wrap on it is because I used a different wick today. And the last wick had left some hang up on the side. So a good trick while you're testing is to wrap the candle with some Reynolds wrap. And it's gonna keep the heat inside, and it's going to melt the wax on the side of it. So I just want to get some of that hang up done, and then it can continue to burn without it. I think I might just keep it on there. But I have that candle to burn, and then I have another candle that I'm going to burn later. This one is doing pretty well so far with this higher wick. It's not flickering nearly as much as it did in its first couple of burns last year. So hopefully this year will be the year that Mahogany Nights finally gets on the market and I can share the scent with everyone, because it smells so good and I just love it so much. But that is pretty much what I'm going to do today. I will probably do some editing tomorrow. Yes, I have to edit this week's video. That's right. So I'll do some editing tomorrow, and that is pretty much it for this week. I don't really have much planned other than testing these candles. I'll probably show you guys the testing of some of the candles. That's pretty much it for as far as today goes. Good morning, everyone. So it is the next day, and last night before I went to bed, I ended up getting another Etsy order on my Etsy page, of course, and this morning I am going to pack up that package and ship it on out and get it out the way, because tomorrow I won't have time to do it. So I figured, why not go today? I went to the post office yesterday and twice last week, and I feel like I'm living in the post office now. Even though it's only been a couple of orders, I'm still going, and it knocks out me taking a walk today. I'm gonna go ahead, get ready to pack this package, print out everything I need. I'm gonna need to buy some tape too, so I might stop at Dollar Tree to get a roll of tape. But today is really just me sitting here and editing, and I just wanted to put this little bit in there to show you guys me packing an order. Even though it's one, it's still exciting to pack. So I'm going to spend the majority of today editing the video for this week, and not this video, the video before this. But I'm going to spend time editing the majority of the day, editing the video, and I'm sitting here rambling now. Time is ticking, and I want to get there just as the post office opens or a little before, so I don't run into a huge crowd. But I'm going to go ahead and pack this order. So this is the order that came in yesterday, and I am excited to ship it out to you. It's going all the way to California. Now, I don't know if Mario found me on Etsy by himself or he found me through YouTube, but if he found me through YouTube, I want to say thank you so much for placing an order with my small business. I truly appreciate it, and I will be getting your order out to you ASAP. I had a little snag with the package, so I'm probably gonna mail it off either tomorrow or Thursday. Tomorrow before I go to my appointment, or Thursday, because the address is not correct, and I reached out to the customer to see if they can give me an update or confirm the address. So I'm still going to go to Dollar Tree and get some actual tape because I need it. And maybe I can redo that box all over again. Because it probably was a sign for me not to take that box today because the tape is so flimsy that I didn't trust it. So I'm going to go to Dollar Tree, and then once I get back upstairs, I'm going to start editing, and that's pretty much going to be my day today. So it's actually nice out here. It's a nice day. The wind is not blowing that much, so I wish my walk was a little bit longer, but it's really just right around the corner, and that's it. And then I'm gonna head right back upstairs and get started on editing because I don't know how much footage I took, but it's gonna take a while. So it's gonna be a long day of me being in front of the camera. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to play some video games and relax today. I actually wish I was staying outside a little longer, but I just know that the wind is gonna kick up and I'm gonna be cold, so I'm gonna head around the corner. So they don't have tape, the big roll that I need, so I don't know. I might have to go to the post office. I'm in the stationery aisle here, but I don't see any tape. I did get regular, and I got some bubble wrap as well, but I don't see any tape. Oh wow. Okay, alright, so Dollar Tree was a complete bust, but not really. I did get some extra scotch tape, and I did get some bubble wrap, and I got some pizzas for myself, and then I got some trash cans from, I'll show you guys when I get upstairs, but I did go to the hardware store and I got the tape that I need to scotch up the box. I'm so out of breath now. But I got the tape to tape up the box. So I did get that, and yeah, now I'm heading upstairs. It is 10:30. I spent too much time in Dollar Tree, but it is 10:30, so I'm gonna put this stuff away and then get me something to eat and then start editing. Okay, so before I get started, first I'm going to show you guys, I'm about to test my Coastal Comfort candle, but I ended up doing the hole a little too off-centered, so I think this burn is going to be a little off. And then I don't know why there's a crack there all of a sudden, so there's probably a sinkhole maybe up under it. It's forming this crack. But I'm going to burn this one today and see how it goes. This is going to be its second burn, and I'm going to have it sitting here. It's a little late, but I might end up burning one of my new blends. It has matcha. It's a matcha and green tea scented candle, so I'm going to do that one today. And then I'll give a quick little update before I show you guys what I got from Dollar Tree. As far as the peach and rose scented candle, it burned nicely for the first burn, but for whatever reason, the hot throw wasn't coming through. And the cold throw is extremely strong. So I might have to just make that one over again and up the percentage. It's at 8% right now, so I might have to up the percentage to 9% just to see if the hot throw comes through. But it burned quite nicely for its first burn. Now, I don't usually take the first burn of any of my test candles as a sign that it's going to burn great throughout. The first burn is just the first burn. I normally like to look at the third and afterwards, third and beyond rather, burns to really see and judge how the candle is going to burn the rest of the way and how it's going to perform, because I feel like the first couple of burns are just, you know, it's just getting its feet wet. So I'm going to be testing my comfort candle here. I do like these jars, and I like the black one more. This is the one I got from California Candle Supply, so I like the black jar a lot more, and I could put my green label on it and it won't really affect it whatsoever. But I feel like that's going to make it so dark, and I'm thinking more and more that I don't want to do the frosted jars anymore, and probably put the frosted jars as like limited, like in the summer and the spring. I could put the candles in there and make them in that jar, and it'd be like a limited edition or something. But I'm liking this one, and I like the way it illuminates when it's lit up. And I am liking the one from Candle Science that has the gold trim in it. So now it's a narrow down to these two. Now with these, they are a little pricier, and they come 24 in a box instead of 12 like the other ones. And it also comes with the lids, so the lids are included. So I'm trying to map out whether or not the price is worth getting those. I would have to up my price, of course, to cover the cost of this and the shipping and everything. So it would probably up the current price that the other ones are at now if I use that jar. But that's what I'm going to do today while I'm editing. I'm going to burn this candle in a couple of minutes because it is getting late. But this is what I got from Dollar Tree real quick. Now, I went in there to get some tape so that I can tape up that box a little better. And I'm still waiting for the customer to reach out to me and do the correction on his address. But I got some more bubble wrap here. And I know I should get the bigger one, but I just don't have room for it. And seeing as, like I said before, it's not like I'm getting 20 orders a day. This works out perfectly fine. So I got 3 of these. And then I got another notebook. And this is going to be... I gotta stop buying notebooks, honestly. I really do. But this is going to be for me to just write down every product and what goes in the product. Like, not everything, like the map out and stuff. I have that all in Inventora. But for like a quick rundown, like let's say my 8-ounce candle. So I'll have my 8-ounce mason jar afternoon bouquet candle, and then on one side, because they have like columns to them, so on one side it'll have the candle and the jar, and then on this side it'll have what type of wick, so I don't have to keep like going to different places because I have everything all over the place. So I need to really put everything in one spot. So I have that, and then I did get some more of the regular Scotch tape. I got 2 of these, And I had to go to the hardware store and I got another roll of this tape here. So this is the heavy duty tape that I use to package up all my Etsy orders. So I'm so glad they had this. And then while I was in Dollar Tree, I found these. I got another Scotch tape. I found these. I found this little, it's a car trash can, but at my markets last year, when people would test out the diffuser with the scented stick, they didn't know what to do with it. So I would just take it or they would leave it on the table. So now I have one of these cute little garbage cans. They could just put it right in there and I could put it on the table next to it and they'll have a place to put the used sticks in there. So it's a little cup and it has a little trash can on top. I think it's adorable. So I can put it on the side next to it and then that way they could just push, drop it on in there. And then of course I ended up buying one just for me. So that is pretty much everything from Dollar Tree that I got. And then I got me a juice and I got me some of those frozen pizzas. So that is it. Now I am going to get the correct size of this candle. I'm so upset that I did that and I feel like I should hold off on this one and do it over. But then part of me is like, I'm just gonna burn it down and see what happens. It's so off-centered. It is so off-centered. But I'm gonna burn it anyway, and then the next go around, I'll try and catch it up. Now, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna burn the other one, and I'm going to close up this hole, and I'm gonna redo it again because I don't like that it's off-centered, and it's just gonna make the burn not even. So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna get to editing, and that is pretty much my day for today. So I guess I will see you guys again when I'm doing something else. I'm trying this out to just put like little things that I'm doing during the week out into a video so you guys don't get bombarded with me just making products. I don't have my desk anymore. It's all covered with stuff, so I do most of my editing from my bed. And sorry for the messy stuff up there, but that's all from not having any storage whatsoever. So I gotta hang my bags and everything up there just to cover it. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a little bit of my editing process, and yeah. Okay, so this is the matcha and green tea blended candle, and as you can see, it's burning quite nicely. Almost has a full melt pool. Now the hang up that you see around the side is from the previous burn, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna even this out because I'm gonna try one more time with this wick. This is a smaller wick. Gonna even it out and test it on a completely leveled playing field and see if it gives me that same result as the higher wick did. So far it has 2 more hours to go to burn, and we'll see what happens from there. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday and it is the end of the week, and I am just braiding my hair, but I wanted to show you guys because you normally don't see all the gray that's in my hair. And I think this is the first time I'm actually showing anyone outside of my family my hair and all the gray. So this is the gray. A lot of it is from stress, but I'm just braiding it up and it seems to be growing. Yeah, it seems to be growing a little bit. It is thick. It has always been thick. So I'm gonna braid this side. I already did this side here. And this is how long it comes to. So I'm happy about that. This is how I know it's getting longer. But I'm gonna braid this side and we are going to start the day. Okay, so I am ready for the day and I am about to get started on making some product because I figured I would make some product today, take a much needed break from my computer, and yeah. So what I'm doing today is I'm making 2, 4, 6 products. Yes, 6 products. One of them is an already made product. So I'm going to go ahead and change my relaxing short side candle and take the color out, and it's going to be colorless just like all the other ones. Now I'm doing that simply because the color itself, like, it's fine on the inside, no problems, but it's just for some reason the color is not lasting long in the candle. So I don't really want to do color right now until I actually perfect it and understand how to properly do it within my products. So that is why I've been removing the color dye out of my candles. It was really just this one, Morning Escape, and I had removed the color from Passion Sunrise a long time ago. So I'm just going to make this in a regular color, not changing the scent whatsoever, and I am going to test it out and see to make sure there's no changes in it. It should be fine. That's going to be the only one that I wick. Now the other one is I wanted to try this. Where is it? I put it. Oh, I wanted to try this Cereal Dreams scent in one of the candles. So I'm going to do an 8-ounce of that one. Not quite sure if it's going to fit into my candle line or not, but what I'm doing with all of this testing is I'm building my collections on a smaller scale, and these are going to be the ones that I'm going to stick with for as long as possible. Now, some of my comfort collection is probably going to be switched around depending on how good the sales are for them. So far, people really like a Sunday Walk. They really like Passion Sunrise. They like Calming Spa Day, and they like Relaxing Shoreside. So the other two, Afternoon Bouquet, that smells like its name, it smells like a bouquet of flowers, and Morning Escape are the two that's like on the fence, but Morning Escape really didn't do well, so it's being replaced. Afternoon, I'm going to give it another go and see if people will actually like it and buy it. It's had a couple of sales, but not nearly as much as the other ones. So I'm going to do that, and then I have 2 frosted jars here that I'm going to continue to test to make a third for my other 2 collections, which those collections are only going to carry 3 cents at the beginning, and that's it. And those collections are also going to be in rotation is what I want throughout the year. So they're not going to be all year long. They're going to be a certain block of months where you can purchase the relaxing collection and a certain block of months where you could purchase the Escape collection. So that's that. And then of course I still have to test for the 2 reed diffusers. So I'm going to make 2 reed diffusers here today. What happened with the ones that I did make these here, they did not come through. So they are a fail. And I tried, they were out for about a week and a half or 2 weeks for the both of them. And this is the highest percentage that I can go on them that IFRA allows for you to go. If you don't know what IFRA is, or IFRA, it's a certificate that is done by the industry that lets you know how much percentage you can use in your products when you're using fragrance oils or essential oils. So this is as high as they can go with this. So these are going to be a fail. This is 4 of them now that have not come through. So these next 2 I'm almost certain are going to go through because they have a big enough room for me to play around with and see if it comes through. So those I have sitting over here. And then yes, I did place an order at Black Tie Barn for some other scents and at Candle Science for another one to test out the diffusers. Now I'm going to make this stuff in a little bit, but I wanted to give a quick update on the candle testing because I have been testing out the candles. I put in here and there a couple of short footage of what's going on with them. So I've tested all of them at least 2 times, except for the peach and rose, because for whatever reason the scent is just not coming through the hot throw. So this one is Dreamy Drift, and as you can see, it is leaving some hang up right there, and it doesn't have a wick in it because I am going to switch out the wick. Dreamy is going to get a higher wick to burn it. And then I have Mahogany Nights is in the black jar, and it still has its wick in it. I forgot to remove it, but as you can see, there's hang up here. This is old hang up from the previous wick that I used, so I tried to get it down as much as possible. Now the wick that's currently in it is okay, but I want something that's going to burn a little higher, so I'm going to change that one out. And it's the same thing with the matcha and, I'm sorry, with the coastal one. So the coastal one has a little hang up on the side there, which is fine. In the next burn, that will melt down. This one, I'm going to keep in there because the wick is actually working. So even though there's that little bit of hang up, as it goes down, it's going to burn it out. So this one is coming along. And then I have my matcha and green tea one that started to tunnel as well. As you can see on the side, it started to tunnel. So I'm going to change the wick out and I'm going to start all over again with a new wick and see if it burns hotter. And then my bonfire one actually has its wick in it, and that wick is working okay. There is a little hang up on the side there, but that little hang up I'm not that worried about because in the next couple of burns, it's going to burn it down. Because as you can see, there's like none on the other side. It's just up here. And then the final one is my absolute favorite one. This one is the spice oat milk one. I keep saying oak. Oh my gosh. It's the spice oat milk one, and it does have slight hang up on the side, but I think the CDN 8 wick that I was using is not good for this one, so I'm going to go up to a 10 and see if it burns it just a little more hotter, a little more even. So that is the update on the candles here. I'm still going to be testing them throughout the week. I'm not testing any today because I'm making product today, and I like to start give myself enough time for 4 hours for each burn. So enough of me rambling on. I have my wax down here and I have my reed diffuser base down here. And I'm wondering if I should do the reed diffusers first because they're so much easier than the candles. I'm doing 4 candles. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and do the candles And then I have my relaxing shoreside mix here, so I don't have to worry about mixing the scents because it is a blend. And I'm kind of sad that the blue is going because it fits the name Relaxing Shoreside so well. But I will figure it out one day and maybe the blue will come back. I still have more of these. I think I have 3 more left. Okay, so here's my wax for the next one, and I'm going to put it on the stove and measure out the fragrance oil. So the wax is on the stove melting, and I just have to measure out the fragrance oil for the next candle, and this is moving a lot quicker, so I'm happy for that. I don't have to be here all day waiting. So as long as my cat stays out of the way and not run back and forth, then I'm fine. But I'm excited to see how Relaxing Shoreside is going to come out as just a regular plain candle. I do like the blue that's in it, but like I said, it doesn't sit well the longer that it sits. So I'm going to eliminate that little ingredient there, and it should be fine. I don't think I have to burn test it, but I probably will just to make sure, because really only thing I changed was the dye in it. But the next one I'm going to try, well, the next one I'm going to make, the next candle, is the Cereal Dreams from Black Tie Barn. And I really just want to try this out because I know so many people have cereal candle scents in their line. And I don't think I'm going to put it in my line because the scents that I pick are specifically for relaxation and calmness, but who knows, it might make it into the comfort collection, which is why I'm putting it in a mason jar. But wanted to give it a try and see how it smells. So this one is not a rush to like burn test, but I do want to make it. The ones that I'm excited for and I decided at the last minute to do was the Bali Blue Surf here. And yes, I did make it into a reed diffuser, and it didn't work out as a reed diffuser because of its percentage. It was 5.13% was all I was allowed for this one. I definitely want to try this Bali. I feel like I went on a whole complete tangent. But I want to try out this scent from Hive and Honey in a candle and see how it comes out, because it might be a good fit for my Escape collection. And the Escape collection is all about being out, whether you're on vacation and you're getting those vibes of being on a vacation, or you're going out for the night. So it's Escape collection is more of the Escape collection is more of those scents that kind of make you feel like, hey, I'm at home, I'm not doing anything. Let me light this candle and it could take me somewhere. So that's what that is for. It's not so much of a travel collection. It's more of getting your mindset into thinking that you're someplace else and blocking out all the noise and madness around you. But I definitely want to try this one out, and I'm going to do it in the frosted jar. And then this one is Sweet Bergamot and Tea Blossom. I definitely want to try this one out. And maybe this one might be in the relaxation collection. So that is those two. And I think I left the bathroom water running. Let me turn off the bathroom water. So I just realized I did all that talking and I had the bathroom water running. My cat drinks from the bathroom sink and from his fountain over there. He's older. We give him whatever he wants. Well, I give him whatever he wants because he's my fur baby. So I give him whatever he wants. But I think the wax is ready to go. I didn't even measure out the fragrance oil. I was sitting here talking. Yeah, those are the scents. And then yesterday I was doing a little research on the scents that I already had and figured it makes no sense buying more of them when I have so many in there. Some of them I really like, but I'm not gonna obviously put them all in rotation. So I figured I could use some of them for the reed diffusers, and I found two that I already have already there. So I'm like, this is perfect. I can test out these here and see how they come out. So that's how I got the two that I'm going to do now, and hopefully they come out perfectly and they actually scent up the room. I'm just measuring out the fragrance oil. I know you guys can't see it, but I am very interested in seeing how this one smells. So I have it right here, all measured out. Now let me go get the wax because I know it is ready to go. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. It does smell sweet, and it definitely reminds me of cereal, of a bowl of cereal. And then here is the relaxing short side one. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, this one smells good. Oh, and if I didn't mention before, I am of course making the other three wickless so that I can easily swap out the wicks and test them in each jar. I feel like it's crooked, but okay. Alright, so we're moving on to the third candle. I already measured out the next scent. This cereal candle is smelling really, really good. It makes me want a bowl of Fruit Loops, I'll be honest with you. But I'm just gonna sit here and wait for it, and I guess chat with you guys. I don't have much to say. There's not much going on. I've just been doing a lot of researching this week. I was a little more productive than previous weeks, so I'm trying to get myself up and doing things, whether it's for my small business or it's for crafts that I want to do, or it's just playing a video game. I've been limiting my video game playing hours. Yesterday I did play for a good amount of time, and no, I didn't record yesterday or Wednesday. I actually had to reschedule my appointment for next week, so I didn't do anything for 2 days. I took 2 days off just to relax and not think about anything or anyone. So it's like I needed those 2 days. But today I really wanted to get started on trying to figure out some more products to add to my existing lines. I know it's a lot and I'm just in the beginning stages still. But like I said, I feel like once I get these, then I'm set. I'm fine, and I can continue to push those and at markets and on the Etsy page. But I really want my mahogany candle to be a candle so that you guys can see and feel the excitement that I feel every time I burn that candle. That is my candle. I love that candle. But other than that, it's really just been doing most of my stuff on the computer. I do want to redesign my table runner and add more information on it, and then I do want to update my checkout. So I still want my checkout box, but I also need a place like a stand or something to put my square reader, because when I'm at the market and people get ready to pay for stuff, I have it in my hand and then I just put it out like this for them to like tap the reader. So I want like a specific station that will have that, and then I can put my business cards. And then I did find one on Etsy that I'm going to place an order for on Saturday. Then I also was thinking about the labels for these jars here. I feel like I want to kind of change the size of them. I want them to still be big, but I want them to be maybe a little bit wider on the jar. Still want to work on the wax sachets. I was going to say satchels. I still want to work on those, and then still have to apply for more markets. I only applied for 3 so far, But as I was checking my phone today, there are some in the community, and I love that they post so many. The only problem is I don't have a car, and I can't get to those outside of the city. So it's difficult to find those markets, and they look like they would be good markets. I'm still gonna look. I'm still gonna apply to the ones that I did last year, and I hope that they pick me. I've been researching because I still want to make my 4-ounce jars available as a gift set. I feel like they would move a lot better as a double or a trio instead of individual, because people just buy the big ones from me. So I want to do that, and I'm having such a hard time finding boxes that will fit them. No, I don't want to make custom, and I don't really want to mess with Temu or AliExpress or things like that just yet. I just want to see if I can find them locally and see if I can get somebody to make them on a budget, because everything is going up in price. But that is pretty much what I've been doing. Life has been lifing, and I have been taking it day by day. So I am enjoying getting back into making stuff and doing these things. It is starting to warm up in New York, so maybe I'll be outside more. And I've been going to restaurants. I am excited to go to this one restaurant next month. We have to space it out because we're spending too much money. But I cannot wait to go to this one restaurant next month. The food is so good there. I have to start planning outdoor events again. We do picnics in the park, me and my sisters. And I really enjoy that because we just sit there for hours just watching everything in the quiet. And yes, there's quiet in New York City. It's pretty much what I did this week. So this is the end of it. This is me making product. But I am definitely rambling on about everything. Let me go get the wax before it heats up too much. Alright, so I am at the last candle, and then I'm going to move on to the Reed Diffusers, which should be quick. I'm going to use black currant and jasmine, and I'm going to test out solar petals and tangerine and see how they go. So the first thing I'm going to do is the black currant and jasmine. We're going to do the solar petals and tangerine one. Alright, so everything is done. I'm just going to let it sit. And then, of course, I'm going to take the usual 2 weeks. I think I'm going to take 1 week to test, let it sit and cure for a week, and then start testing them. And the Reed Diffusers are set and ready to go whenever. Now, I believe I put it in there, but I did end up taking some of it and putting it into one of these little small diffusers, and I think they look so adorable. I do want to give some form of a variety when it comes to the other products that I offer, because I don't just do candles, I do reed diffusers now, I do room sprays, and I do wax melts. So I feel like it's a nice little added item to just have. So that is another product I would like to offer this year. But that is pretty much it for this week. I figured I'd do something a little different and show you guys what I did this week. It's not what I do every week, but every week is different, of course. And then some days I'm doing things and then some days I'm not. So I just figured I'd do this video here and show you guys what I did this week. I do hope you all enjoyed it. And maybe I could do more like this when I have, especially around market time, which is actually right now. But when I do markets, maybe I can do like weekly vlogs, I guess. I'm getting all tongue-tied. But that was it for this video here. The neighbors are letting me know that it's time to get up out of the living room. So again, I hope you all enjoyed this out of the ordinary video. And if you did, then go ahead and hit that like button. And don't forget to share and comment, as well as hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. So I am going to clean up what little mess I have here. And then I'm going to go ahead and start researching some stuff for the rest of the day. But that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. And don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So until next time, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone.